To the Free State now, where some municipalities are struggling to render basic services to residents. At the same time, other municipalities may have to return about 800 million rand in unspent funds to the National Treasury. This despite the dire shortage of services such as water and sanitation in the province. Embattled Mangaung Metro stands to forfeit about 500 million rand, meant to provide much-needed infrastructure development projects. Our reporter Moloko Moloto has been on the ground the last couple of days and really sniffing about that budget and where the money is going or where the money is not spent. And he joins us now live. Now, Moloko, obviously all of the national political focus is on the presidency and the toing and froing within the ANC. But what you've been covering over the last few days, it's really what's important to the day-to-day lives of ordinary citizens of South Africa in a province like the Free State. And it does seem that how those purse strings are being controlled in the Free State is having a massive impact on their lives.
Certainly, Marcel. Obviously, municipalities or local government is the sphere of government that is closer to the people. This is the sphere of government that ought to be providing people with water, electricity in many parts of the country, but also sanitation services. But as you can see, we are in Botshabela. This is a township just a few kilometers outside Mangaung. And the city of Mangaung, as many of us know, is actually under national administration. This was after it really failed to execute its duties. The provincial government intervened in terms of Section 139 of the Constitution. However, still that did not yield positive results, to a point where the National Treasury, along with the National Department of Coxstar, had to intervene, obviously having been permitted by Cabinet, and they have sent administrators who are now running this municipality. Now, in this area, as you can see, it is quite difficult. As we were driving here, even with a 4x4 van, it is just becoming difficult. You can imagine for small cars. What is now happening, Marcel, is that all the municipalities collectively in the Free State are on the brink of losing about 800 million rand back to the National Treasury. This is money they were supposed to spend to provide services such as this, patching potholes and the likes. And 500 million rand of that 800 million rand is only money that comes from Mangaung. Of course, we understand that there are efforts to have that money rolled over to the next financial year. But let's speak to the residents, the people who live here. Let me start with you, sir. You live here. How is life with these potholes?
Mona khono go hita go metsi a tlala yin ma ntho councilor rona ha re berekele next re dula re vote re dira ale se a khona ha ona next e tswelang pele go tlala metsi ela kha la pula inile 20 motho lo palamela ka ntlhile tla bona no tsena go ya motse batho ba dilo plekeng tse dia ana re vote re le ba yintsi mona na ha re sa bona mona ma ka re maspa bona ka ga sa re berekela no.
Standing here wangkha the a ke tsebo rona soretse go diragalang ka yona mo
wangkha mona tla go latlhela bo dintja o latlhela bo di intlare motho tlo ka ntlhele bo sa tile khale wa latlhela le go latlhela bo dintja tse di shuleng mo fereferaela ba tlo tshaba le re ka mosho o thotletse ba latlhetse kha.
Abuti, let me speak to you. Lena jonong as badudi di answera tsa masipala ba reng ge le bolela le bona
ha ba buile thontate le gona ha sala ba fata mona ba fitla ba fata mona ba ga ka metšhini ya ba fitla ba etse e be le go metšhini e fitla e sala fela bona ana jina ge phela ka ga seloto se nkgangwang ntate ke se bodi mona mo ge phela nte ge phela ka ga di bodi mare bona fela ntate ntona buang o tle o bua nnete o bona gore mona poleke na empe ha pula ena ya metsi a tsamaya fela ga tlame go palamena ka ntlhile ga gena mo go palamenang teng gotmane ga go ba thuso.
What do you mean alla mo le panamelang teng? Does it mean di taxi a di tsamaye mo?
Nix a di tsamaye taxi mo ntate ha pula ena taxi a di tsamaye letho di eme fela di tsamaya fela mara mona ha di tsamaye ha pula ena o tse mona ha metsi a le teng pula ena mane ba le tamo ha go no tsamaya bona jena le bana ba gone mona ba gona wela ka metsi re inole bana ka ga metsi ka ga maphelo a tšina
Let me speak to you, my brother. I'm not too sure if you are aware that the Mangaung Metro is about to return 500 million rand back to the National Treasury. Yet, the services are especially in your area. The knowledge it's about to go back to the Treasury. How does that sit with you?
Ntate rona le councilor la rona ka mona ha ka botjhabela ka mo go dulang ka teng ha re le tsebe ha e sa re le qetela mohlankwane re ne re le vote hona jwala re na le mathata ha ona mo a hlayang teng hona le ha ona letho re le tsebang ka ntho tsa masepala sloto ke ise re dula ofinyana mona ntate wa nkga ke dula ka mohuka mona wa nkga batho ke bana ka mole ka mose ga mane ntate pula ha ene le ka mona ke mathata mona bontate ba bua nnete.
So arfetše solution le bona ile eng?
Solution ntate ke ya hore mmuso wa rona o na le wa bo ANC, I'm sorry to say that ne wa bo ANC wa re faila o re sebeletse. I think rona re le batho ba ka botjhabela ka mona re tama re etse plan hore na re batla re be ma e be le councilor la rona le re kgona hore le re sebeletse mona ntate.
All right, ra le bo bontate. Well, Marcel, it's just difficult. I mean, if it was possible for a car to pass as we are broadcasting here, you can see that you cannot go on a narrow road. You have to navigate these potholes. And I therefore wonder how much the municipality has to pay for the people who are claiming for the potholes. That is, if people even know that they can claim if their tires get to be damaged. But the situation is not only terrible in Mangaung. In other municipalities, for instance in Mafube, the municipity there owes creditors about 800 million rand, and it actually also owes the pension fund about 170 million rand, meaning that people who want to leave the employ of the municipality, be that they are retiring or they are resigning, it becomes difficult. Sometime in June or July, eNCA went to that municipality speaking to an employee who's amputated, his leg is amputated, he's out of the employ, he's been working for that Mafube municipality for about 20 years, he cannot get access to his pension fund. So in terms of the constitution, obviously the provincial government must assist municipalities, and we have an appointment with the Provincial Department of Corporate Services to understand just how they intend to help in this regard. Marcel?
Thank you so much for that update. eNCA reporter Moloko Moloto reporting to us live there from Boshebela in the Free State. Very, very, very good focus that you're having at grassroots level, at municipality level, and how a budget is being controlled and how that impacts communities' daily lives.